Why the hell doesn't Rudeus get who Fitz really is? It makes no sense. We all knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. If anybody read through at least this segment of the novel series, you knew this was coming. Now, let me start by saying Rudeus himself does admit at times that he has his clueless protagonist moments. As early as him messing up back in Buena Village, this has been a thing. But Season 2 has taught us a valuable lesson, that sometimes old habits are hard to kick. Or is it really the case of clueless protagonist mode rearing its ugly head again? Make no mistake, the second season of Mushoku Tensei has a little bit of a difficulty in adapting. And while many, including myself, agree that the way they handled Master Fitz in this adaptation is a bit disappointing, we have what we have. So we have to deal with it. But one thing is clear. The team adapting the novel into this anime made one decision early on. With episode 0 of the second season, they made a choice. They weren't going to hide that Fitz is Sylphie. For those who don't know, in the novel series, when Fitz arrives to Ariel, there's no real indication that it's Sylphie. Just somebody falls from the sky, they have white hair, and they become the protector of Ariel. Now, yes, most people are going to make our assumptions that, yeah, this seems like this is probably Sylphie. Though it's weird because she has white hair. Again, the anime quickly shows you that her hair goes from green to white. That's something that's not mentioned in the novel until way later. In the original source material, all we get indication that somebody, an elf, is protecting Ariel and they have white hair. Now, as you try to guess that it's Sylphie, at some point they give you a Sylphie perspective where she's at the university. But even then they throw you off the scent by having her greet Master Fitz. And so again, in the novel, you're going, wait, she's greeting Fitz, so Sylphie's not Fitz? Refugin was trying really hard to throw you off the scent that Sylphie was Fitz. So with the adaptation, we're taking this from a different angle. This angle that we know from the get-go, this is Sylphie. Ain't no doubt about it. So for a lot of people that are anime onlys, this is going to be a very frustrating trip because we're constantly wanting him to get to where we're at. There is a difficulty that is faced from a viewer's perspective when you have more information than the actual characters do. And so you want them to get it. This should be obvious, dude. Why don't you see this? And sure enough, every week, the same question is brought up. Why doesn't Rudeus seem to get this? Why doesn't Rudeus see that this is a girl? Why doesn't Rudeus know this is Sylphie? It's simple, really. He has no reason to believe Fitz is either. There's no reason for him to see that this is a girl. And there's no reason for him to even question that this is Sylphie. The viewer sees it, but Rudeus has no reason to. Therein lies the disconnect between the viewer and Rudeus. So let me break this down. Why doesn't Rudeus see Fitz as a girl? First off, and this might not be clear to the anime viewers, there is distinct uniforms for both the females and the males of this university. All the men wear suits, and all the girls wear blazers with a skirt. So Fitz is wearing a boy's outfit. 2. Everybody refers to Fitz as a boy. The school registers him as a boy. Everybody refers to Fitz as a boy. It's Ariel's guard, Fitz, that boy. Everybody refers to him with honorifics of Kun, which is masculine. When Genius first introduces Rudeus to Fitz, he says Fitz-kun. That's Fitz, a boy. Fitz even speaks in masculine terms, referring to herself with the word boku, which is typically used in a masculine way of saying I. And episode 6 even skipped a little bit of tidbits of Elise herself saying that all the girls are in love with Fitz. Everything's pretty much pointing to the idea that this is a boy. And you have to keep in mind that Rudeus himself doesn't really have a sort of reference as to what a boy elf should look like. At this point of the story, he's only really pointed out meeting 3 different elves. Sylphie, which was very young and thus not developed. Elise, who has a knockout figure. And then Fitz, who's just kind of this twig, this stick of no form. In most cases, always being covered up. And again, wearing a boy uniform. Now, why doesn't he know that it's Sylphie? Good question. Again, why would he assume it's Sylphie? The world is filled with people, and a lot of people that look somewhat similar to each other. And even still, the first meeting that Rudeus has with Fitz, and it's always been that way, Fitz is wearing glasses and has white hair. The only real thing that he could use in reference to who this is by their eyes, and yes, maybe their hair. Green hair is very rare, and I think if he's seen green hair on Fitz, he would immediately go, wait, are you Sylphie? But no, Fitz has white hair. He doesn't know that Sylphie lost her hair color. And additionally, he can't see her eyes or most of her face because she's wearing glasses. And you have to keep in mind, the last time that Rudeus seen Sylphie, she was very, very young. There's nothing here that's going to imply this has to be Sylphie in front of him. There's no distinct features that he can see, and she's much older now. And yes, while the anime sort of put a little bit more emphasis on him recognizing the wand that Sylphie is holding when she's Master Fitz, that wand is sort of a very generic wand that everybody gives to their students. Even in the novel series, he goes, hey, that makes me feel nostalgic for when I gave that away or when I received that. He got one from Roxy, and he gave one to Sylphie. It's just a common gift. So there's nothing that he's going to see in that and go, oh, that's Sylphie's. Finally, she introduced herself as Fitz, not Sylphie. But that all aside, the main key thing to remember here, whether it be why doesn't he see it as a girl or why doesn't he see that it's Sylphie, the main core thing to remember is that he has no reason to. See, the core thing here is, in early meeting, Rudeus was afraid of making Fitz mad. This is going back to his fears of his previous life and when he was at school. He got bullied. And when he knocked down Fitz, at that moment, all he can think about is, crap, I don't want to be bullied in this world too. I need to do whatever I can to make sure this guy doesn't get back at me. And even in his second meeting, he's like, crap, I forgot to bring a gift to you. I'm so sorry that I did that to you. I'm sorry that I made you lose face. But as it develops, the core thing in Rudeus' mind this entire time is I respect Master Fitz. Master Fitz is a great person. He looks up to Master Fitz and relies on Master Fitz. And no matter what he asks of Fitz, Fitz helps him. He greatly respects Fitz. And so, why wouldn't he just ask Fitz, are you a girl? How extremely disrespectful is that? Every sign, everybody's referring, he's referring to himself, he's wearing boys' clothing. Why would I disrespect this person I respect so much by saying, hey, are you a girl? Any guys out there, unless you want to be called a girl, and it's perfectly fine, any guy out there, if somebody comes to you and says, hey, are you a girl? That'd be extremely disrespectful. You'd be like, what are you talking about? Rudeus doesn't want to disrespect Master Fitz, and that would be terrible. And again, there's no indication that this is Sylphie, so he would never ask her if she was Sylphie. Again, down to its core, to the question of why does Rudeus not figure this out, it's simply, why would he? Why would he even imply that? Why would he even come to that conclusion? What's in front of him is a boy named Master Fitz that he greatly appreciates. Now, to the question of why does Fitz not tell Rudeus, hey, I'm Sylphie? That is a big old can of worms that you'll get to eventually, and I'm not going to spoil that for now. I will say the anime has skipped a lot of context around Fitz and what she's doing with Ariel, but I'm not going to get into any of that stuff anytime soon because we don't know if they're actually going to adapt some of that stuff, so I will make a video in the future that may explain that stuff if they don't get into any of it, which there's a chance they won't. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a fun little video to answer something that's asked every single week. Why is Rudeus so clueless? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, make sure to hit that like button down below, comment. Let me know what you think of this whole situation. If you're new to the channel, make sure that subscribe button to get all my content. I do news, reviews, first impressions, top list. If it's anime, it's pretty much here. Additionally, every Sunday, I do a Mushoku Sunday where I go over the episode of the anime itself, give my analysis, and context to things that are skipped from the anime adaptation. Additionally, on Monday, I do a Mushoku Monday where we go through the novel series, which I'm currently on volume 13, just after the second season's adaptation. Additionally, if you like this content and you want to support more, I have a Patreon link, tips link, super thanks, membership button down below. Greatly appreciate everybody does, and y'all take care.